Sagittarius, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of my who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope all of you are doing super well. I send you much love and many blessings for this week and the weekend ahead. Sag, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, but you need to focus on it, what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about, so you can attract and align yourself with the many blessings and miracles God has for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you, what your healing crystal will be, and your affirmation of the week. We're also going to see what the new moon in Pisces is bringing you. It's a magical moon, guys. The Sun, Neptune, and Jupiter will all be there with the moon. Very dreamy, very, very magical moon. It's going to be the best moon we've ever seen in our lifetimes, okay? We're going to see what's coming with that, and then we're going to get guidance on your love situation. All right, Saggies, let's see what your overall theme is for this week. And remember, when I say this week, this is really a timeless reading. I also highly recommend you check your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your North Node signs to get a bigger picture as to what energies are surrounding you and how to best navigate them. I am going to be changing up my readings for the month of March and probably after that. Going to be doing things a bit differently on this channel, so I'm excited about that. Alrighty, let's see what your overall theme is for this week. Of course, one wants to go to the carpet. Hold on here. What is that? Oh. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. We have distorted masculine and compatibility. All right. So, a few things here, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a distorted masculine right now, or one could be entering your life, or maybe you're surrounding yourself with a lot of distorted masculines. And remember, it does not mean males, because we each have masculine and feminine energies within us, okay? So it seems like some of you may still be in a relationship with one, thinking that you're compatible, but you really aren't aligned. Because if you are, I have to say this, you're thinking you're a divine feminine, but you're dealing with distorted masculine, that means you're still distorted, because only divine feminines attract divine masculines. And at some point, after we incarnate here and after we were born and we go through life a little bit, we start to become more distorted. That's part of our life's purpose here. We're supposed to get out of these distorted energies and learn from our past and learn from this type of 3D world that it doesn't serve us, to where we become more our higher selves to become the true divine masculine, divine feminine, okay? So this is understanding that trying to control everything, that the material world, money, sex, power, whatever this is, it's going to bring about a very chaotic world. I mean, look at this card. It's barren. There's no vitality here. There's no abundance, right? This is when somebody's consumed by the clock, consumed by time, consumed by work, overworking too much, trying to overstep their boundaries, right? Trying to control everything. I need to control everything now, 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 now. I have to work because I need all this money. I have to have this lifestyle. I have to have this relationship. That's distorted masculine. Distorted masculine also does not trust their intuition, let alone listen to it. They do not honor the feminine, not only within, but feminines that they deal with, okay? There's no purpose with providing, protecting for the feminine, the family, and the home. There's no creativity involved in these energies. This is too much logic, too much addiction to power, addiction to control, too much of lacking integrity, all right? It's kind of like the King of Swords in the reverse, or the King of Pentacles in the reverse, all the kings in the reverse. Those are distorted, okay? And we all have these energies. I know for me, I got caught up in, you know, my job and the title and the type of life that I was living, the type of life that I wanted people to see me living as. I'm going to be vulnerable here, guys, because I was there too until I left this whole world. And now my whole world is kind of more like this. It's more flourishing. It's more vibrant. It's more full, right? There's light everywhere. The sun's trying to come into your life, Sagittarius, and you're like down on your knees. Your suit is tattered. Your dress is tattered, whatever this is for you. There's so many temptations surrounding you, and you're getting caught up into that lifestyle, getting caught up in society telling you this is what success is. This is what a relationship really should look like. This is who you really should be. This is what you should study. This is the job you should have. This is the car, the house you should have. That's all according to the so-called law of man, not the law of God. When you are distorted masculine and your energies are overtaking you, that means your divine feminine energies are being suppressed. Okay? And the divine masculine is nowhere to be seen. Energies, that is. Which also means that the people you are attracting are distorted as well. It happened to me, okay? This is no judgment on anybody else, but I've already gone through this, and I flipped that because this is not the life that I wanted to live. My life is more like this now, and it's the most wonderful feeling in the world because I left this. I feel way more abundant than I have ever been. I'm more closer to God than I've ever been. It's an amazing life, right? That's why I say I try to get people to live blissful lives. But a blissful life doesn't mean having all this money in the bank and driving a certain car and having a certain house. That's not going to bring you a blissful life. You can attract all that. When you find that true beauty and true wealth within yourself, that's when you to attract the higher life, the higher love, all of those things. So some of you are dealing with someone, or you're going to be attracting somebody who is distorted. Remember, it's a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, okay? So, and if you're also overly consumed with how you look even, or what people think of you, okay? That's distorted, all right? You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. The distorted masculine is always trying to prove himself to people. Oh, I'm this successful. I'm powerful because I have this, 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 and this. I do this, this, and that. But look at the world the distorted masculine is living in. Again, there's nothing growing here. It's a war-torn area that he's in. This is chaos. And he's on his knees like, and the sun's coming out. God's like, Sagittarius, follow my light. Follow the path of truth. This is not your truth. The 3D world you are living in the matrix. That is not your truth. Come follow me and I will show you what the truth is. I will show you what true bliss is, what true happiness is if you come follow my light. All right. So with compatibility here, some of you might be thinking you are compatible with somebody, But in reality, you're dealing with distorted masculine. The cards don't lie. You saw them flip out. So some of you are actually dealing with these people, or you're in a relationship with someone or some sort of connection with this person. Just because you guys like music and you drink margaritas doesn't make you compatible. It doesn't build a strong connection. You have to have something deeper than that. All right? Just because you might get along, or you kind of like I said, you like similar things, it doesn't make you compatible. Is there effective communication between the two of you? Are you able to tell each other your deepest, darkest fears, your vulnerabilities? Are you able to show your true self? Are you being your authentic self here, Sagittarius? Are you being honest with yourself? Because if you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with others, and others aren't going to be honest with you either. I realized that the hard way, because I was trying to be someone that I really wasn't. And on top of that, I was trying to prove to people that I was smart, that I was intelligent, that I was brilliant, that I was capable, that I had some power, that I could be a success. But what I wasn't doing was that I wasn't believing that about myself. And what was that causing for me to be in? Unfulfilling, disharmonious, unsuccessful relationships. All of them. I got caught up in the material world. I got caught up in status. I had to do all these things to try to prove to people. And it was, and I'm not going to lie, it was hard for me, Sagittarius, because if you don't already know, my career was systems engineering. Okay. I even had manager positions while being a systems engineer. And that is dominated by males. And on top of that, I have a double minority. I'm a Hispanic female. If I was in a contract, I was probably the only Hispanic female there. If not, there were only maybe 3 of us. Okay? Especially with females, there were males all over the place. All the teams that I led, there was not one female in it. It was just me. So I had this tendency to kind of like prove to people, yeah, I'm female, I'm Hispanic, but you know, I'm better than you, or I'm just as good as you, or that type of thing. I did get my ego my ego did get a little bit in the way. I'm not going to lie. All right. I can't teach if I can't tell you from my own experience. Distorted masculine bases everything off of ego, not off of intuition, not off of unconditional love either. Ego controls this person here. And for me, it was more of like, again, trying to prove to people, yeah, I could do this. Like, you know, I'm this, and that. But at the same time, I was really trying to make a difference. But when people weren't listening, I tried to control things, and it would not really work in my favor, to include my relationships. So my whole world started to tank. And then in 2019, oh my God, was that a tough year for me. Boy, did I get my karma 10 times over that year, until I finally woke up and said, no more of this. I left my high-paying job. I left that systems engineering life behind, and I started to fulfill my life's purpose. And everything has been completely different since. Okay? So if you really want somebody to be truly compatible with, you want a divine connection here, a deep soul connection with someone spiritual. If you are already what they call a twin flame, a light counterpart, and you're dealing with a distorted masculine, that means you're still distorted too. Both feminine energies within you are still distorted. You have to be honest with yourself. If you want true compatibility with someone, if you want true love with somebody, because true love involves you being your authentic self. And it also involves you not being in this world right here. You don't have to improve something about yourself. You don't have to change something about yourself. just to try to get somebody to like you, just to get somebody to love you, right? It's like what I talked about me. I try to do all these things. And sure, I still had, my true self coming out every now and again, but it was more coming from, majority of the time, it was coming from distorted masculine and feminine energies. I was always second guessing myself. I wasn't trusting my intuition most of my life. So if you really want somebody to be truly on the same page as you, you got to release those energies right there. You also have to release this person, because like attracts like. If you're dealing with this type of person, you are this within as well. Our relationships reflect our wounds. They reflect the things that we don't like about ourselves, right? If somebody's not understanding you, if somebody's not appreciating you, that has nothing to do, there's no compatibility there. There's no true connection there. You really have to be honest with yourself and your priorities. Taking care of yourself first. Not trying to be someone that you're not. Not trying to do things just to kind of fit the mold, fit a bill. This person, oh, like, I like chicks who like dress like this. Oh, okay, I'll dress like it. But you never dressed that way before. Why? Especially if you don't like it. Why? Inauthenticity does not attract harmonious, successful relationships. It doesn't. Living a lie doesn't attract wealth, abundance, true love. It doesn't, because that's of the dark. That's not of the light. You have to have your own self, have self-esteem. Be self-confident. It's like Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles. When you become your true self and you align yourself with your higher self, you're going to attract the person who's at that same frequency, who's at that same level, who will be on the same page as you. They will appreciate you because you appreciate yourself. They will be more compatible with you because you are more compatible with yourself. They will be honest with you and devoted to you when you are honest with yourself and devoted to yourself. What is it do you really want in a partner? And anything that's superficial has to go. Superficiality stems from these energies. But this also means both of you could be much alike, but you're still different. There's a female and there's a male. She's got orangey hair, he's got brown hair and a beard. You can still maintain your individuality, but still kind of like be a lot alike, because you can't be exactly the same person, and you cannot try to be like somebody else or try to be someone you're not just for them to like you or to love you. That's not going to build a strong foundation for a very successful relationship. Be honest with who you really want in a partner and what will really make you compatible. Okay? Bottom of the deck is connection. You also have to have excellent communication if you want to build a strong foundation for a successful, harmonious relationship. Okay? Like I said, if you like music and margaritas or music and champagne, that's not going to build a strong connection. If the sex is good and that's it, that's not going to build a strong foundation for a successful relationship, okay? And saying chemistry doesn't mean that you guys are compatible. It doesn't. If there's nothing of the soul at all, you're not truly compatible. You got to be compatible at a soul level. And yes, there are some passions that you have. Maybe there's something you really love. Maybe you really love music. And I'm talking about this based on my own experience. The whole time, ever since I was a little girl, I always told myself, I hope I can marry somebody who plays guitar and loves music just as much as I do. You know, my first husband didn't do any of those things. I totally did myself a disservice. I thought we were compatible just because, you know, we liked each other, we loved each other. We did like a couple of things together. We even both had very similar backgrounds because my ex-husband is Hispanic too, but his family's from a different country than mine. But we weren't compatible on a lot of things, and the thing that was most important to me was music. That was my first love. He liked music too, but not as passionate as I was. To be honest, and this is not to put any dark energy or put anything bad out there about my ex-husband. I'm just being honest here. He used to make fun of me for the fact that I would listen to classical music because I am a huge classical music fan. I love anything with strings. And I would actually get made fun of for it. You think that made us compatible? Nope. So every other person that I ended up dating or whatever, especially with playing music, they weren't as passionate about it as I was. I should have kept that at the forefront ever since I think I thought about this when I was 7 years old. And it just so happens my divine counterpart has the same type of passion for music as I do, and he plays guitar. So God was like, I told you. You should have been attracting people who are as passionate about what you're passionate about. That can bring about true compatibility there too. But that's just part of it. All right. You have to be able to be vulnerable with each other and be authentic and to not hide anything if you really want a deep soul connection. Be at peace with yourselves. Be your true selves. That's what's going to make the best relationship ever. You don't have to be someone you're not. Okay? You don't have to be someone you're not. There might be something here. There's a letter here. Every time I look at this card, I look at the letter, and it's about the communication. Maybe you communicate something to them and they don't reciprocate or they don't respond. You probably ask them, hey, you know, could you just tell me the truth about something? And they don't say anything. That's distorted. Or even when they say something and you come with a response, but you come with a response that's not coming from your true self because you're afraid of losing the person or you're afraid that they're just going to walk away. So you communicate something to them that is not truthful because you're fearing it. You're fearing what they're going to say back. You're fearing if this person is just going to be like, oh, forget you, I'm leaving. You have to let go of that fear if that's resonating with you. Remember, it's a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody who else is watching this, but be honest with yourself. You also have to not judge what others say. If you don't understand something, ask for clarification. And when somebody speaks, you have to actively listen. If that is not going on in your current connection right now, Sagittarius, again, it's distorted. Both of you are operating from distorted energies. Take the time out to listen to someone. Also communicate with honesty and integrity. It's like King of Swords again, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. And when you need to say something, say it. But say it out of love, but also do it from a place of integrity here. And if you're really wanting to have this type of life with someone, this cannot be surrounding you or your person at all. When you're not true to yourself, you're distorted. And again, you attract distorted people. Find somebody who wants to talk about your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. Not just about mundane things, not just about sex, not just about the 3D world. Talk about spirituality, talk about I don't know, things that you tend to question, or what your process has been like, what your life has been like, what questions you have to ask the universe. I don't know, these super intellectual conversations that people don't tend to have. For me, if you cannot have an intellectual conversation with me, I have a harder time. Especially if you're going to be my partner. I need to be intellectually stimulated. Otherwise, I'm not having it. That's part of my compatibility. This is what I want, right? I'm realizing, what I really want in somebody, and that's part of it. The music part and the intellectual conversations. Someone who's brilliant, like genius-like. Not just with music, but with conversation and with knowledge and wisdom and things like that. I need somebody to be able to teach me something new. I need to discover new things all the time with somebody. And if that person doesn't do that, I'm not going to have a strong connection with them, period. And that's one thing that I didn't realize. I was not pursuing that. Not that I was supposed to be pursuing connections, but I wasn't making that a priority. I wasn't. There was one person that I dated who was close to that. The conversations were super awesome. Actually, it was a karmic who actually got me to open up more to spirituality. As interesting as that was, there was a reason why he came into my life, because he had me open more up about what spirituality was, and we were able to have all these conversations, and I had all these questions because I am Gemini sun, so I'm very curious, and I was like, knowledge. I want to know. I'm interested in this. This is stimulating to me. But that person was distorted. But it was helping me to understand what I really wanted, and what was going to help me attract a truly harmonious, successful relationship, okay? And compatibility. Some of you have to really look into what this means for you, all right? Again, these energies, they came out. You want to be compatible with a divine masculine, not a distorted. There's no true deep connection with a distorted masculine. And as I said, the whole sex thing or liking a couple of things, it's not going to do it. It's not going to ultimately fulfill you. And some of you are probably really starting to understand that now. Start asking yourself, what do you really want in a partner? Let's see what you need to focus on for this week. Spirit, guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Syrian. What does Sagittarius need to focus on for this week? Spirit, guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Syrians. Please and thank you. I'm hearing somebody here dresses in a way to try to get attention. Why do you need attention? What is the purpose in that? There's a self-confidence, self-esteem issue here. You're dressing in ways that, and you could be female, that men are attracted to. Could be like less clothing or something. That's for somebody here. Do you do that? You're attracting distorted masculines. I have to put that out there. Libra card. Justice. There's some karmic lessons that you need to start learning with regards to what a true connection is. Okay? You have to be honest with yourself, the truth. You have to really start seeking the truth in this situation. You have to live a life of honesty and integrity here. Okay? Can't be living a lie. There's a lot of balancing that you have to do in your life, especially with regards to who you choose as a partner. But I think for some of you, you have to really start choosing yourself first here. And that may be a harsh truth. Maybe what I just said to the person where you change the way you dress, or you dress, I'm hearing scantily clad, that's what I heard. You dress in such a way where you do it to attract males or females or something, but I'm getting for somebody, this is a female here, just because you want attention or you want more followers on social media or something like that. But what is that doing for your love life? When you do that, and you're doing that because you have low self-esteem and you're not being honest with yourself, you're not being your true self, you're acting like someone you're not, you're going to just attract distorted masculines. You do not want distorted masculines, period. You will not have true love relationships with those people, period. Okay? So, you have to understand the cause and effect of your actions here. Understand the consequences of your actions. Because some of you are not living authentically and you're not communicating your truth. You're not expressing your truth either, especially by your physical form. Some of you are projecting yourselves in a way that is not truly you. And especially if you're trying to be like all these celebrities who wear these types of clothing or wear these brands or say things in a way that gets people going or whatever, is that really you, Sagittarius? Because you're probably starting to see that you're starting to get attracting people or followers or relationships, even friends, who are only liking you for your false self, for your distorted self. There's no peace. There's no true bliss in that, Sagittarius. Okay? You have to have integrity here. Some of you are lacking it, like I said. Dignity. Have some dignity, Sagittarius. Don't get me wrong. There's no judgment here, okay? I love you just the same. And I don't even know who you are. But you have to be your authentic self. Don't do what I did. Okay? That life that I did is all gone. I was always changing stuff. Even my appearance and the way what I was wearing. Because of what the guy said. You know how silly that was? Thank God I learned my lesson. It's because I didn't know my own worth. I had low self-esteem then. And if somebody doesn't like the fact that I like classical music, oh well. Oh well, right? If somebody doesn't like the way I dress, oh well. That's their problem, not mine. Not anymore. So some of you have to live a more authentic life here. Here's a queen. Queen of Wands. Independence, strong-willed, powerful person that you are. You have to shine your light. You have to understand that light within you needs to come out of you so that you can attract things that are the divine. When you dim your light, you attract things that are distorted. This is your energy here because this is fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is also about someone who's very attractive. The Queen of Wands is the most attractive person. She's the most attractive queen in all of tarot. Very charismatic. She's very good looking. She has a sex appeal to her too. That's why I was getting for somebody here. There's something with sex appeal. You're dressing in a way to attract people just to get attention or to get something from people. Again, it could be dealing with social media, trying to attract followers or things. And there might even be a tarot reader here, you know, who's doing that. If you're posting your pictures or something on your thumbnails or whatever, or even if you're in front of the camera doing your readings and you're dressing in such a way, and then you're getting all these comments that you're not liking, or all these people are coming after you, and you're like, oh my God, really? I don't want this. But you are like wanting to seek attention, or you're trying to get your subscriber count up, your follower count up, or whatever this is, your views up. But are you really being your authentic self by doing that, Sagittarius? There's no need for that. And again, there's no judgment here. I mean, trust me, like for me, when I do my lives, I was like, do I have to put all this makeup on? And do I have to dress a certain way? I usually dress with my t-shirts with kind words on them, with inspirational phrases. I'm like, you know what? I have to be Jess. I'm not going to go dress in such a way or make myself all up just because I'm trying to get people to watch me. Because sometimes what happened was at the beginning, I was getting these ding-dongs who were making these comments, you know, these very sexual comments, and I had to hide the comments. I'm like, I don't want that. So then, but I wasn't even dressing in a way to attract that either. But when they realized that I was not entertaining that and I was really focusing on my mission work, doing the lives, it stopped. It's not like it's not going to happen again. But again, I could totally have changed and done all this makeup up. I only put eyeliner on and lip gloss when I do my lives anyway, or even with my thumbnails or something. And, you know, like the thumbnail that I already have ready to go for March. Like I have a winter hat on, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to be me. I have to be me because then I'm living a lie and then I'm going to attract people who lie to me, who are inauthentic. I don't want that. That doesn't attract true love and abundance like I talked about. So there's somebody here who has to really, you know, stop trying to be someone that you're not. If you're overdoing it with your dressing or your makeup or something, think about this for a minute, Sagittarius. If you're concerned about your appearance, overly concerned about it, what are you doing? Ask yourself, why are you doing that? You're trying to attract somebody? Or it's just for show or something? What is it that you really, really want, though, Sagittarius? If you're getting unwanted attention, I see the High Priestess in the reverse here. You got to start to reevaluate what you're doing. Again, consequences of your actions. You can be strong and independent and powerful without having to do all those things. The true Queen of Wands in the light sense does not do that. She does not compromise herself or her integrity for the sake of attention, because she gets a lot of attention. But you know why she gets a lot of attention and she's an excellent leader? It's because of what's within her. Her light, which is truth, is so vibrant, that it is a beacon for others and they are drawn to her for her natural state, for her authenticity, for her integrity, for her truth. They are attracted to her because of how attractive she is on the inside. She knows how amazing she is already. She knows how beautiful she is already. She speaks with truth. She speaks with this passion because she's passionate about the mission that she upholds. That is where she gets her wealth, her following. That is where she is able to become a true leader here. All right. Yeah, see Eight of Wands at the top of the deck? It's like some of you are doing too much. Taking control. The shadow side of her is very controlling. It's my way or the highway. All right. Temperamental. I need it done the way that I want to do it. That's control there. And it's just like there's all this energy. Some of you are expending your energy on the wrong things. This is also about communication here. You really have to communicate with authenticity and integrity here. There could be like a lot of suitors here, a lot of, again, people vying for your attention. Cupid's arrows. Or maybe you are viewing through these rose-colored lenses where you are focusing too much on just love and attraction. This is Eros. Cupid is Eros love. You want the agape love, not the erotic one, not the romantic one. Because Eros love, solely Eros love, too much of that, distorted masculines are attracted by that lust, that type of erotic energy here. Okay. You got to get more into alignment with your true self. And that comes from within. Courage and confidence. Having confidence in yourself will radiate that light and you will be attracting divine things. Let's see what you need to avoid for this week. Well, if this isn't anything about truth and honesty and integrity, guys, here's the Ace of Swords right here. You have clouded judgment as to what you think sexiness is or what true power is, what an independent woman is. All right? It's the confidence that comes within. It's the light you shine from within. It's you being this powerful individual when you are living your truth here. And you are speaking your truth. This is a whole big thing with social media. And guys, I know when I started my channel and I started to compare and I'm like, nope, I am not going to try to be like all these other readers just to get my numbers up and stuff like that. Nope. It's all about my purpose. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here for a purpose. Same thing with Jesus. He wasn't there to be popular. He was there for a bigger purpose. We're all here for a higher purpose, Sagittarius. And it starts with speaking our truth and living our truth. Again, with honesty and integrity here. True confidence comes from being authentic. The truth comes from that. We live it, we speak it, we are it. And we talked about with connections, right? Some of you are not communicating your truth to your person. It's time to tell the truth here, Sagittarius. But it starts with you first. Okay? It starts with you first. Especially if somebody can't communicate the truth with you. Are you communicating the truth with them? Because if not, then that's why there's no honesty between the two of you, period. You need to redirect your energy towards what is true for you. There's something about, yeah, social media, communication, information that you're getting. Is it based off of information as to what a strong, independent woman is, a strong, independent man is? Did it come from God or did it come from the internet? Who told you what your truth was? Who told you what you needed to be, how you needed to look, how you needed to dress? I will say, I remember reading in a magazine, and I will never forget this. It was a 17 magazine. I was 16 at the time. I used to love reading those for whatever reason. They were entertaining, I guess. I read an article that said about what to do, what not to do when you're dating. And I didn't date until college. There was a reason for that too. Thank God. God kept me from dating guys in high school and middle school. So I read something about if you get straight A's, something like this, if you're very smart, if you do well in school, don't tell the guy that, because that will intimidate him. And you know what? That made it worse for me to be ashamed of my intelligence. I was one of the most intelligent students, K through 12, period. Okay? I got straight A's. Almost everything I did, I excelled at. And I was ashamed of it. And then when I tried to tell a guy I liked them, and he was like, oh, well, you're so nice and you're goody two shoes. And then I find out later from a friend or from somebody that it's because I got straight A's, I was too smart. I felt heartbroken. I felt like a dumbass. I felt like an idiot. I felt unworthy. My self-esteem went below the surface of the earth. It was that bad, guys, because of something I freaking read in a freaking magazine. And I believed it. I believed it. And I carried that. It made it worse for me as I got older. Even when I got into my career. And then I started to own up to that. And people used to challenge me. Challenges with swords. And then I would be like, oh, I would back down. I would lose my self-esteem and my confidence when I was challenged. When I already knew what the truth was. That's why I was talking about I used to second guess my intuition a lot. And then it got into listening to other people. Especially when I dated, oh, you should be wearing this, or you shouldn't be wearing that, that type of thing. Or you should be doing this and shouldn't be doing that. Okay. You see where I'm going with this? That is not a true Queen of Wands, period. At all. Know what your truth is and stand by that. It's your truth. It's what makes you powerful. Not with anything that you read. Not with anything that anybody tells you. What social media tells you. What the internet tells you. Whomever tells you. There's clouded judgment surrounding this about what true independent power is. All right? What sexiness is. What charisma is. What I don't know. Whatever this is for you. There's also, with those of you who are already dealing with someone in a connection, there's blocked communication here. You have to communicate the truth. There's hostilities here. There are hostilities here. You have to really make a decision and say, what do I really want in a relationship? Who am I really going to be? Someone that I'm not, or someone that I truly am? And not giving a crap about what others think. You have to honor your uniqueness here. Oh my God, we have two aces. It's the Ace of Wands. And look, I said Queen of Pentacles. You see right here. This is a phallic card, so I'm getting like sexual energies here. Somebody may be thinking sex is power. That's what a distorted masculine thinks. Okay? Or sex appeal as power. Nope. It's not. It's not, guys. It really isn't. And we've got two aces here. This is God really trying to tell you something. Sagittarius, I've given you your truth. I talked about that with the sun. I've given you your truth. Follow my light, my truth. It's going to lead you to your true happiness, your bliss. God's giving that to you. Clarity of thought here. You need to get clear on the information that you're getting from the outside world here. That's what the Distorted Masculine does, listening to society and everywhere else, not trusting the intuition. All right? Ace of Wands. Okay? Again, with this phallic card, there's something with sex here. I'm hearing again, sex is power, something like that. No, it's not. Lacking direction, lack of ideas, lack of integrity. You have to really start utilizing the tools that God gave you. But those are the gifts from God, the talents from God. It has nothing to do about your physical appearance. You have an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Swords. There's new beginnings here. But there's something about you're lacking the self-confidence to utilize those God-given gifts here. There's lack of self-worth all over the place. Lack of self-esteem. You need to go after the things that you want, but without compromising your integrity, okay? Or your worth. We've got now Queen of Pentacles here. We just saw the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's something with this Ace of Wands. There's attraction, but it's something about sexual attraction here. You're lacking that confidence within yourself here. Your worth. You have to know your worth here, Sagittarius. You have to start focusing on yourself. Who you really are. Maybe there's some manipulation here. You're being manipulated by the outside world, or you're trying to manipulate somebody by being someone that you're not. Keeping someone around. I talked about that. If you're trying to, you know, engage in sexual activity with someone to keep somebody around, that's distorted masculine. If you're not speaking your truth, especially if somebody you're dealing with in a connection is treating you unfairly or not treating you with dignity or respect, you have to say something. If you don't, that's distorted masculine, right? The Queen of Pentacles will definitely say something. She knows her value. She's like, you can't talk to me like that. You can't treat me like that. And then she walks away. She's not going to deal with that. She has a freaking King of Pentacles as her counterpart. King of Pentacles is not distorted masculine at all. Okay? There's a sense of jealousy here. If your person's jealous of you, nope. But you're like, oh, but we like these things. And, you know, it's like with that. Okay, here's the thing. That one guy that I dated, we had these amazing conversations, but he was a very jealous person. Very jealous person. But I kind of still stuck around. And I didn't say anything, really. I finally let go of that karmic, but there was a lesson in itself, right? Lessons. We got the Sword of Excalibur here twice. I had to see the truth in that connection, All right. I was like, wait a minute, I'm sacrificing my happiness and stuff. I got back to the distorted masculine was coming out, and I was attracting a distorted masculine. He was cool and everything. And again, those conversations were my favorite part of that connection. But boy, was he jealous. Maybe you're dealing with that. Okay. You got to do something about it. You got to do something about it. There's also here where maybe there's somebody where there's an issue in the bedroom. Is what I'm hearing. There's an issue with the bedroom. So, guys, you have to really go after what it is that you truly want. But you have to be honest with what it is that you want. Even if it means that it might hurt the other person, or you have to leave somebody else. But if it's not what you really want, what you truly value, then don't be in that relationship. Okay? Either you're trying to manipulate somebody else, or they're trying to manipulate you, or both of you are doing that to each other. That is not a true, compatible, deep soul connection. Okay? There's shallowness here. There's possessiveness here. It's either you or your person. When you have this amazing amount of confidence and you know your value here, you don't have to compromise anything. You know your truth, and you're always speaking your truth. You don't care what anybody says. You don't allow anyone to undervalue you. You don't allow anyone to strip you off your power, strip you of your power. You don't allow anyone to dethrone you. When you have that tremendous amount of power, and you know you have that light of God within you, nothing can take you down. Okay? Nothing. 4 Swords. Why are you staying silent about this? Why are you staying silent? It's time for you to say something. Some of you really need to speak your truth here. You have to muster up that confidence and courage to do it. You got to do it. You know very well, Sagittarius, that this situation is not serving you. You know it. Okay? There's a lot of lack of action, lack of direction. Go to God. Some of you are overly consumed by the 3D world. Go to God. That's why I talked about God. He's asking you, just come follow me, Sagittarius. I have your truth and your true happiness here. And you're looking up like, what is that? Some of you are being overly consumed by society in the 3D world and social media. Get off of that. It is not your truth. It is not where your purpose lies. It's not where your counterpart lies. It is not where anything divine lies. You have to move away from that. There's a lot of lack of direction and ideas in action here, because some of you are not following the light of truth, and that's God here. There's passiveness. There's no action. Some of you are expending too much of your energy and you feel burnt out. If you're a tarot reader, you have a YouTube channel, there's no need for burnout. I know for me, God tells me, my angels tell me, okay, just do these videos and that's it. I'm not trying to push and do all these things. And you know what, guys? I'll be honest with you. I do not follow the analytics or anything. I got caught up in that. And then when my channel started to change, I was like, I got discouraged. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. And I prayed about it. And they're like, don't focus on that. God doesn't care about the views, about the subscribers, about the money that you're making from it. He cares about the mission, the message. I did not come on YouTube to be popular. And I know I'm not really that much of a, I'm not trying to put that out there, but I know my worth as a spiritual advisor. Some people don't look at me as a tarot reader, but I know that my readings are very different, and you know, I'm not out there to put clickbait out there or to be the top. I will get to the top in a different way. That's where I'm headed. But I'm not going to do what everybody else does. And I'm not going to follow the analytics. I'm not going to do all these things. I'm not going to shorten my readings. I'm not going to change the way that I read. I'm not going to change the way that I do things, because it is my truth. It is my purpose. I follow what God does. I do not people please. I do what God tells me to do, because it's my mission and my truth, not anybody else's. And I don't care what, you know, I have to do for whatever on YouTube. I know God is going to exalt me in my own right, at my own time. So some of you are, if that part's resonating with you, with doing too much, again, the Eight of Wands, too much activity, and if you have a YouTube channel or social media or something, and you're doing all these things just to get these numbers or whatever, are you really helping the greater good of humanity by doing that? Especially if you're exhausted and you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not honoring yourself, if you're not taking breaks. You got to find a balance in your life here. The Queen of Pentacles will be valued and will attain her, if it's money for you guys, she will have her prosperity, her abundance, but she lets nature take its course. This is earth energy. You may have earth in your chart, but she's patient. She lets things grow. She does her hard work, but she knows who she is. She's not as attractive as the Queen of Wands, but she doesn't have to be prosperous, to be wealthy. She connects with nature. She knows that miracles happen as long as she's in her truth. And she's following her divine guidance. Okay? So some of you, there's something with burnout here. Trying to do too much for something. Okay? There's no reason for that. You got to take more breaks. You got to take more vacations. Some of you, it's about speaking your truth, standing in your truth here. Stop being silent. Or maybe being overly passive. And if you're dealing with somebody who keeps ghosting you, right? There could be something with communication, trying to get their attention with communication, but coming from a sexual nature, just to keep them around. But, you know, or there's sex involved, where they come around and then, you know, they say something and then all of a sudden you're engaging in sexual activity and they leave again, or they ghost you again. That's distorted masculine. You cannot be in this type of connection, because it's not. You're doing that because you're trying to keep somebody around. You don't really know what your worth is. You don't need this person to tell you, to make you feel loved, to feel valued, to feel whole, to feel validated. You don't. It's time to communicate the truth here to this person, if that's resonating with you, Sagittarius. Alrighty. Let's see what your guidance is. What guidance do we have for Sagittarius? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Woo! Patience, Lemurian quartz, practice, Patience. Luck. Adventuring. Create your own luck. Yeah. I see this. Lemurian Quartz. Practice patience. Slow down. There's no need to hurry or rush through life. There is enough time for you to do everything that you need to do. Learn to quiet the restless parts of yourself and take life one step at a time. There is a difference between being busy and being productive. Make sure you spend your precious time on the things that matter most. Patience is not something you acquire once and never have to think of again. It is a practice, one that must be consciously drawn upon even when your poise is tested. Go with the pace of nature, you see, and trust that everything will happen in due course. A little mindful patience makes the everyday more enjoyable so that you can appreciate life's natural pauses. What people or situations test your patience? How can you be more patient in your everyday life? Your affirmation is, I am patient. Today, slow down. Let someone pass in front of you in traffic or go in front of you in line at the store. See the Eight of Wands? Too much going on. That's causing the burnout. Patience. Slow down. Go with the flow. You create your own luck when you are in alignment with your higher self. Watch how that changes. And just let nature take its course. Let God will do his thing. Don't get caught up in the whole 3D world with that distorted masculine energy there. There's no need for that. Adventuring. Create your own luck. Luck starts with you. Simply by changing your energy, you have the power to shape your own fate. The first step is to align your thoughts, beliefs, and energy with what you want. Once you are fully aligned, you can attract the opportunities you desire to accomplish your goals. Like a magnet, you can set yourself up for the best possible outcome in any situation. Your luck is not a coincidence. It's your own creation. Throat chakra. Do you believe you are lucky? What area of your life could use an infusion of luck? How can you stay open to opportunities? Your affirmation is, I am a magnet for good fortune. At the end of the day, identify one lucky thing that happened to you. Yikes, excuse me. Yep, somebody needs to say something. Need to speak up. Or even like misinformation about like a business or something, or it could even be a legal matter here, or a contract. Tried to force a contract, trying to do too much to get contracts. That's coming in all of a sudden. Yeah, something about money and contracts here. Somebody's trying to push too much to try to get contracts and you're overdoing it. It's coming from, distorted masculine energies. Okay. Let's see what the new moon in Pisces is bringing you. It's a magical moon. It occurs on March 2nd, if I didn't already say that. Jupiter, Neptune, Sun, and Moon will be in Pisces. It won't be like that again in our lifetimes. Not even for our kids or our kids' kids, if I'm not mistaken. But I know in our lifetimes it will never happen again. The last time Jupiter, Pisces, and the Sun were, the last time Jupiter, Neptune, and the Sun were all in Pisces was in 1856. Make the most of this magical time, guys. Get in alignment with your higher self and watch the miracles unfold. Let's see what this new moon in Pisces is bringing. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. Last quarter moon in Pisces. The danger in your current situation is that you're going to be really good at starting things and less good at finishing them. This card suggests that you need to talk less and feel more. So rather than telling people what you want now, feel your feelings about what you want. What comes up? Do you believe in yourself or not? Perhaps you started strong but are running out of steam. If so, go within and ask yourself how committed you are to your goals. Remember that it's okay to change your mind. One of the current energies is all about feelings and the other is in its head. Where are you? Can you meld the two? That's the way. Why ruin a moment with words? Sometimes feelings are enough. It's good to talk, but it's also good just to be. Your manifestation affirmation is, I feel all my feelings and it feels good. If you have Lemurian quartz, this is going to help with the healing with this. Even if you don't have it, you can look at the image and say the affirmation 3 times in a row to help you. It's funny because some of you are like, well, weren't you talking about to say something? That's for, remember, it's a collective reading, okay? But there's something about block communication. Or maybe some of you, it could just very well be that with the talk less, some of you aren't speaking your truth. So that means you have to stop speaking non-truths as opposed to the truths, okay? Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life is at the bottom of the deck. Have you been fast talking lately, or is someone trying to fast talk you? Your best bet could simply be to keep quiet for a while. You or someone else in the situation needs some space. Taking a moment out of the constant carry-on will allow you to see what's going on. There's a tug of war between worrying about all the details of how to solve your issue and taking a moment to get some more perspective. Let life flow. Gratitude will help. It's a good time to change your mind about someone or something. Strike a balance between talking rings around people and seeing what they have to teach you. It's important to accept where you are so you can move to where you want to be. Your manifestation affirmation is, I share kind, loving words with the people in my life. Okay. All right, Sag. Let's see what guidance we have for your love situation. What guidance do we have for Sagittarius' love situation? Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Look deep within your heart, and you will find my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Message coming from your person. This is also coming from God. Every time I get this, God says this is coming from me too. Bottom of the deck is wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. See? So we're talking about you can't control, especially with love, guys. Let it come to you. If you are in a divine counterpart connection, you cannot force this person to go from distorted to divine, okay? Again, with you having this distorted masculine energies, that's control. That's rushing things. Like the time. It has to happen now. I need to be married now. I need to be in love now. No. Everything happens in God's time. It's not our time, all right? It's according to divine order. So don't rush love, all right? Especially with if you are a counterpart and you're trying to rush union, you don't do that. You have to do your work, and you cannot have any distorted energies in you, nor can your person, if you want to come into harmonious sacred union, right? Again, you got to embrace the flow of life here. Allow nature to take its course. We keep getting that message has been all over the place. All right, Queen of Pentacles. She goes with the flow. She's nature. She's slow. She's earth energy. All right. Okay, Sagittarius, if you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, please check out the description box below for information on that, or hop on over to CapellaWellness.com and check out my service suite. I am having, excuse me, my last class on reintegrating the divine feminine, which will greatly help with all of this stuff. It's on February 27th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The information for more about that class and the link to book the last class is in the description box. If you go to CapellaWellness.com, it's underneath the coaching category of my Capella service suite, okay? I'm also offering a 10% discount on a handwritten love letter from your higher self. My clients love these. They have been really enlightened, and it's an eye-opening letter. And it's very helpful to know what your higher self wants to tell you. There are a lot of truths that come out with that, but you cannot have light without dark, right? Shadow work is involved, especially if you're going to be a light worker, okay? That's why I do the readings that I do, because the truth has to come out. Otherwise, I'm not doing my job as a light worker starseed. So if you would like that letter, it's automatic writing. If you've never seen my automatic writing readings for the Divine Masculine, I channel the energies and the messages coming from your higher self. I write them down in a notebook. I show the letter to you. You see me writing everything down in the pre-recorded video. I pull some oracle if I'm drawn to, and you will see what your higher self wants to say to you. The link for that service is in the description box, and the coupon code is there with it. All right. Any questions at all you have about anything, please let me know. Either put it in the comments or you send me an email. All right. And if you go to CapellaWellness.com, there are plenty of other ways to get in contact with me there. All right, Sagittarius, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.